Speaking of keep trying, St. Louis Cardinals, a 111 win season, only to lose to Miami in 5 games in the NLCS. First and foremost, we'll see if it's them or Baltimore who happen to win the World Series this year. And it's going to Game 6, and the Miami Marlins have won their 3rd World Series in franchise history, beating Baltimore in 7 games. So at least I can't be too upset we did lose to the eventual winner. It's still frustrating, though. It is frustrating, though. Stan Leono wins World Series MVP, and I can't really say I'm surprised by that. He did very, very, very well against us in our series. Grandson of Yoko, indeed. And postseason MVPs, Owen Casey, Leo DeVries, Stan Leono, Willie Diaz. That makes sense. Willie Diaz, who we almost traded for. Instead, we went for the other catcher, and that was a mistake. AL MVP this past season was Gunnar Henderson, winning it for Cleveland. Christian Campbell, of course, we rented him for a season. He went back to Boston, then he finishes in 2nd. That's insane. Actually, in fairness, he went to Tampa and then back to Boston, making the Red Sox roster in real life, too. And then Ken Copeland still up there. Goddamn. NL MVP. Alexis Alonso wins MVP. Dwight Simons finished in 2nd. And we still didn't make it to the World Series. We still did not make it to the World Series. AL Cy Young winner once again. Is that 5 in a row for Copeland? 5 in a row for Ken Copeland. Holy shit. What a player. What a player. Roki Sasaki finished 2nd for Houston, but I don't regret giving up his contract. New challenge. We're probably closer to the start of a new challenge than I'd like to admit. For one reason or another, either just hitting my breaking point with this, or we actually do something. Time will tell. NL Cy Young goes to Sam Finnegan. Bill Ullman finished in 3rd. This feels like the Pirates run. That's fair. AL batting title to Michael Marbury of Texas with a .328 average. Your NL batting champ, Mark Rudy, with Dwight Simons finishing in 2nd. How the fuck did we not win? AL reliever of the year, Toronto's Steve Bronk. Tremendous name. There was a real argument for the other two as well, Ratto and Forrest Reyes. And your NL reliever... How haven't we won a World Series? 3 straight reliever of the year awards for Chris Karowski. Son of a bitch. How haven't we won anything? Oh my God. NL Rookie of the Year, Colorado's Mariano Delgado. McIntosh up there. An American League, Kerry Hargrove, Ricky Sims, Christian Mock. Hank Aaron Award winners, Gunnar Henderson and Dwight Simons. Hoo-wee. Do we have any Gold Glovers? Forrest Fleming finished 2nd at 2nd base. Dwight Simons finished 3rd and left. Alonso finished 2nd and right. Unbelievable that we did not win this year. Absolutely unbelievable. To the offseason we go. I'm giving it one more year, bare minimum. But, holy, this run might be cursed. It might be. Byron Buxton's gone. George Kirby. Jose Devers. Any Hall of Famers? Shohei Ohtani makes it to the Baseball Hall of Fame, if you can believe that. What are the odds, huh? Shohei Ohtani. It's funny, though, because it's like starting pitcher, but it's showing his batting stat lines. Again, this is why we need to be able to view the player page after someone retires. All right. We need a hitting coach, a pitching coach, and a first base coach. So, said hitting coach. Ryu's not bad, but he does have a +3 to bunting. It's just such a waste. Larry Conrath. Let's go for you. Larry Conrath. Let's go for you. Yeah, it was pitching and first base, so it's just all in a row. Pitching coach, Ramon Samuel. Let's go after you. And our first base coach. +3 fielding, +3 speed. That's not bad. Do we have anybody without any minuses? Please. +2 stealing. +2 speed, arm strength, reaction. Is there one without stealing? Again, we need to be able to sort this as well. There we go. Daniel Campos. Let's look at you. Okay. That'll be the staff for the moment, hopefully. Oh, joy. We're in big trouble. Now, we do have $175 million available, thankfully. But that money's going to dry up pretty quickly. So Jonathan India, Gleyber Torres, they're gone. Moncada, Ramirez, Chapman McMahon, they're gone. The big name to worry about is Alonso. And Jason Hooper, who has been quite the hooper for us, honestly. He's been pretty good. Hooper actually doesn't want that bad of a contract. Shorter the term, the better for him in terms of what he's asking for. I wouldn't mind signing him for like 4 years. Is he a B potential? He is a B potential. Honestly, 2 years is perfect then. 2 years is perfect. What's the most interest I can get him? Let's go $10 million a year for Jason Hooper. Alexis Alonso wants $37 million a season. There's a chance we're losing this guy. Or at the very least, the qualifying offer could go through. Okay, well, he does have an A potential, so I feel comfortable signing him up to age 30, if not a little bit over. We could do like a 4-year deal. Oh, boy. I know I could drop it down to 1 year, but I want to see. Oh, boy. Max interest. About $41.5 million a year. Whew. I have the money to do it. Easily. This would drop our projected surplus from 170 to 129. How's Chunky doing? Napster. We got to have a conversation about the Chunkster. I hate to tell you. 4 years, $41.5 million a year for Alexis Alonso. Fresh off of winning MVP. We are going to bring him back, or at least try. We'll keep an eye on him for a couple of days. We miss out on Ramon Samuel. Conrath is in. All right, so that was the pitching coach. We need to find another pitching coach. Manuel Brito. We can go for Andreas Almanzar. That's fine. Is Chunky dead to us? Not yet, but we'll see. Campos is in. Still no word about Alonso. Almanzar's in. Okay, so our staff is good. Still no word from Alexis Alonso. Hooper did sign. Of course, last day will qualify Alonso if we have to. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So the qualifying offer to Alonso. And we'll see what happens. He might sign elsewhere. If he does, we at least get compensation. All right. Ken Copeland is available. Oh my God, Tampa lost him. Okay. Well, we have a general strategy then, don't we? We have a strategy. Okay. As far as catchers are concerned, we will have a conversation about that shortly. As far as first basemen are concerned, we will end up having a conversation about that situation. Second base for the moment, same thing. Third base for the moment. Let's get rid of Monasterio. I just don't want him listed on the roster. Are there any other veterans I needed to drop? Not really. I mean, technically, I guess we could get rid of guys like Cho. I mean, we can still just sign for dirt cheap. But let's be a little bit more ruthless towards the older crowd. Pascal Ferreras isn't too bad still. How is he getting better at his age, but a C potential? It makes no sense, I swear. I swear it makes no sense. I do not understand. Nor do I think I ever will. The regression system in this particular game. But that is okay. We're going to let him go if I can. Yeah, we'll let him go. Does the game allow you to defer payments? No. We'll also let go of Elijah Green. I want to see if those guys could maybe get a chance somewhere else. There's a chance we could always bring them back. And then relievers, anybody else over the age of 30 that's just been here for ages that simply isn't going to make the team at this point. Yeah, like Derek Fritz. We can let go of him. There we go. Okay. So, next up is the 40-man. We need Rule 5 eligible. Right, sir? This song used to be one of, it was in the Bruins warm-up rotation. So I caught it. I went to quite a few games in the 2013-14 season, so good memories. There's no way anyone claims Tim Tebow. We'll put Henry Perez on the 40-man. Benito Moya. Mark Valley. And honestly, yeah, if we lose any of these C potential guys, so be it. Let's get Kretlow on the 40. Never mind. Full 40-man. So it's Kretlow and Bliss are the last two that we have to worry about. Kretlow and Bliss. What else is on the 40 here? Let's get Acuna off of there. Damn. Let's get Valley off of there, honestly. And Torero. Just to make sure we have space. All right, second base. Saul Kretlow, you're going to the 40-man. So is Tommy Bliss. Did you go to Game 7? We absolutely did not. We lost in 5 games. We lost in 5. Oh, boy. All right, the money's going. So Mark Rudy hit .340 in the regular season and shit the bed in the playoffs. I'd like to think he'd do amazingly well, but man, I think we might just flip him. I think we might. It's about playoff performances. I told Crash, you know, my local team was the one that did the McFoley jersey last year. I don't even remember the jersey, so you'll have to link it, Caniac. Let me know when you're going to link it, though, because otherwise you'll get bopped for posting the link first. So, yeah, Mark Rudy's probably going. James Tulibits. What are we going to do about Tulibits? What are we going to do about Tulibits? Omar Rodriguez is at arbitration time. Monasterio we dropped. Kaniak, just, let me know what team was it, and I should be able to look it up. Dan Montez was brutal in the playoffs. Dougie Guerrero is also there, and then Bob Henley as a starter. Worth noting, Henley did not do well in the playoffs. Henley did not do well in the playoffs. There's an argument. All right, Kaniak, let me look this up. There's an argument that it's a fluke, but there's also an argument that we can move on from him. Let's see. Fayetteville Marksman Mick Foley jersey. Holy shit, did I know these existed? That's insane. That's insane. I don't know if I knew that these existed or not. But these are fantastic. Honestly, I liked it better when I didn't know they existed because now I want one. So I actually hate you for showing me that. I hate you for showing me that. I didn't know those existed. Okay. Rough to trade an 89 overall pitcher, but the justification is there. Arbitration-wise, can get him for 2 years at $20 million. But is he trustworthy? Is he trustworthy? We know Guerrero is fine. Montez also really shit the bed in the playoffs. We know that Rudy struggled too. I think there might be an argument to trade Bob Henley. Like, so it makes our pitching staff look worse, obviously. But he wasn't that good in the regular season. He was worse in the playoffs. He's 26 and only a B potential, so he's going to get worse before he gets better. I mean, we could bring him back for another year or two, but I can tell you right now, customized, I think it's 200 plus. That sounds about right. Can we get an A-level prospect for Bob Henley? Like, goalies stop caring about overall. Basically, yeah. Like I said, this has some comparisons to NHL franchise. Quite a few, actually. Can we get an A prospect for this guy? Jack Kramer, but he's 25. It's a good B potential guy from the Braves, though. Second baseman David Sanchez. 22A and a 70. It's not amazing. 24A and a 71. 24A and a... So we can get a low level. Never mind. We can get better than a low level. Arizona, you were the team I was looking for. Fernando Perez, he has a lot of developing to do. But if we can trade a high level B pitcher for a, A-level prospects and a shortstop named Randy Rocker. I mean, come on. Of course he's from Tennessee. Of course. I think we're moving on from Bob Henley. He disappointed in the playoffs. And I know it's like visually rough to get rid of an 89 overall guy. Especially with 2 arbitration years left, but it was brutal. It was brutal, and his career ERA is a 3.67 at this point. Like, he hasn't been insane. Career FIP is a 3.93 with a 3.59 last year. I'm good. I'm good. Fernando Perez, Randy Rocker for Bob Henley. Done deal. Done deal. Mark Rudy. You also proved to not be reliable in the playoffs. What can we get for you? An A prospect shortstop from the Red Sox, 20A and a 65. 20A and a 65 right now. It's the best that we're looking at. Still looking at a 28 and a 65. Anybody else? Yeah, Red Sox still have the best deal. 28 and a 65 from the Red Sox. Looks like it's going to be a deal with the Red Sox. Rudy, you disappointed me way too heavily. We'll pick up Matthew Walker, Aaron Nettles, and Richie Davis from Boston for catcher Mark Rudy. If you disappoint in the playoffs, we're not keeping you. It's pretty straightforward. James Tulibitz, he's been a good player for us. I don't trust keeping him now. Like, he is getting better, but again, B potential. Can really only play second base, and that is where Forrest Fleming is going to be. So I think now's the time that we cash out on Tulibitz as well. We might have to pair him with somebody else, although 23 and a 65. 28 and a 58. Robbie Gutierrez. Hold on, what was the other guy? 23 and a 65. 28 and a 58 from the White Sox. 19 and a 50. Still digging that White Sox offer. Still digging that White Sox offer. 19 and a 51. So we could get a low-level A potential prospect for Tulibitz. At least on his own. So probably better... Yeah, probably better to pay or to pair him with somebody else, I should say. All right, so we know Tulibitz is out, and we know Dan Montez is out. He was dreadful in the playoffs, absolutely dreadful. Elton Ramirez is a damn good player, but man, it feels like it's all about A potentials this year with the way the regression system's working. So I'm going to adjust to that and not look for the good B potential guys. Can we get an A potential? 23 A and a 65. Guy's just too damn old. 21 A and a 64. Pitcher from the Marlins. It's not amazing, but might be the best we can get. Might be the best we can get, and it is. Guerrero and Rodriguez are both staying. Well, to Tulibitz and Montez, we can go to the team that happened to beat us. Frank Lima, Mike Fulton coming over for Tulibitz and Dan Montez. That means we are with Doug Guerrero, who is definitely staying. $4.1 million in arbitration will be the deal. Let's see, arbitration. So if you don't want to take the contract offer, that's our offer for arbitration. Deal with it. And then Omar Rodriguez. I mean, he's still getting better. He's not elite. He's not looking for too much money, though. We have 4 years of arbitration time. So he'd be a steal for that. So $4.5 million would be our offer in arbitration. So I am perfectly good with that. That's actually a decent little steal there. All right. Guerrero, Rodriguez offers both out. Now we get to the fun part. Contract renewals, which means look at the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail. That way I don't cause someone to have a frickin' seizure while we go through this. Cynical that you do. Great man. All right, chat. This is the time. Give me something to talk about. Let's go. Aside from the fact that LA is absolutely stomping Boston right now, which is a good thing. Because, you know, you're simming or playing. We sim a lot here. We leave the gameplay for Road to the Show. Franchise-wise, it's always simulation. Cynical. No, I have not. I am terrible about listening to newer music, even if it's from bands that I like. So, Jake, you beautiful, handsome devil. How are you? How the heck are you? St. John Sea Dogs had an NWO. What's up with everyone being like, hey, I'm going to bring these jerseys to your attention that you're definitely going to want. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, damn it. I'm just one man. Patriots. They're still not going to be very good, is my suspicion. Signing a lot of people. They'll be better, but they're still not going to be very good. Top head. I did see the penalty shot, and then I saw the overtime winner as well. Crazy ending. Neville, I can't say I saw that. Good for them, though. Good for them. That organization's got a long ways to go towards not being viewed as horrific, but hey, it's a start. At least I waited until after the... It was sarcasm? God damn it. Why must you disappoint me? BU or BC for hockey? Oof. Was always more of a BC fan. Gotta be honest. Speaking of Sea Dogs, apparently got drummed 14-0. Yeah. I meant to get to a Sea Dogs game or two this year because I'm not awfully far away from St. John. Didn't get around to it. Hopefully, though, if they're going to keep being terrible, they eventually get like a top-notch prospect, you know? Who wins the Calder and why is it Hudson? Dustin Wolf. Should absolutely be Dustin Wolf. That team's nowhere near a playoff spot without him. Fuck the Sea Dogs, Sea Cattle only, right? All right, and one more for the moment on renewable contracts. There we go. A couple of these guys are currently going through waivers, so I can't do anything with them at this exact moment. So free agency. Top catchers available: Blake Mitchell, Austin Wells, Ivan Herrera. We're not going to go after any of these catchers. Man, Ethan Salas just did not develop either. Holy shit. We cashed out on him at the right time. Yeah, we're definitely, even though the depth chart for catchers isn't amazing right now, we have a very defensively responsible catcher. I'm good with that. First base, Christian Encarnacion, Ryan Mountcastle, pretty much nobody that we're going to go for right now, even though we might need an option at first base for like a power hitter. Oops. Let's see, second base, Adele Amador. Alex Freeland. Again, not quite in the age range that we'd be looking for the big contracts. Third base, Murray Sampson. A name that we almost drafted once upon a time. Kind of at that prime age to sign. He is just not that good of a fielder. It's like a righty specialist. Polly, what's up, dude? Bye as well. Hope you are both doing well. Sampson, he's an interesting one. Like first base, maybe corner outfielder. Maybe. We'll consider it. I'll put him on the board temporarily. We'll consider going after him. Because we wouldn't go after Cam Smith or Lombard. Oh, good. The guy is that Philly traded their top prospect for. Is already a free agent again. That's nice. Shortstops, Cooper Pratt, Ray York, Bo Bichette. No one that we're going after. Left field, Nolan Jones. Man, this is not a very good free agent class. Center field, Drew Gilbert, Alec Thomas, Johan Rojas. Is that Julio? It is Julio. And in right, Lawrence Butler, Sal Frelick. It's just a bunch of old dudes. Closer, Manuel Claus, Munoz. Eric Goodson, who we had before. And of course, he did pretty well last year as a Philly. There's also Nelson Kim. Not the two worst players to go after, but the gem of this class is Ken Copeland. Even Rodney Quisenberry isn't bad. We do already have a stacked bullpen. Copeland is without a doubt the top target, though. Like, Quisenberry, he wouldn't be too bad, right? He wouldn't be too bad at all. The two relievers, not bad. Even Sampson, not bad. We got to go all in for Ken Copeland. Got to. I mean, again, this guy has won 5 Cy Youngs in a row. He deserves our undivided attention. We're going all in for Ken Copeland. And we have the money to do it. We have about almost $80 million to spend, which is nice. So positional needs will be starter, reliever, and Sampson was second base, I think. What was Sampson? Third base. Okay, it's a good thing that I checked. Here we go. Team needs then. So we do have right-handed pitcher to boost up Copeland. And we can get Copeland an extra 2% a week. There we go. He is the focus. He is the focus. All right. There's the Mark Rudy trade, of course. The Bob Henley trade. We do lose Francisco Torrero to Colorado on waivers. That's fine. My guess is that everybody else has cleared. Of course, we let go of a lot of dudes. We'll keep Acuna. We'll keep Mark Valley. There we go. So, Ken Copeland. Dougie Guerrero avoids arbitration. Okay. Good with that. Still waiting to hear from Omar. Everybody else is signed. 45% motivation for Copeland. It's not bad. We're not totally out of the running, but it's going to depend on what other teams do. All right, I don't think anyone sent him an offer yet. Omar Rodriguez is signed. So we are good outside of maybe losing somebody in the Rule 5. I mean, Wheels, in fairness, she had the same reaction I did, which was horror. It was, you couldn't look away, though, You couldn't look away. All right, I don't want Dollander. Up to 55% for Copeland. How old is he? 26. Thinking about a 5-year deal? 5-year, maybe 6. We go 5 and offer him $51 million per. We'll get the boost for the first competitive contract. Competitive balance tax, that's fine. We're going all in for Copeland here. Phillies acquire Phil Gund for a potential pitching prospect, Estevan Santiago. At least Gund is also an A. Oh, I know, Wheels, for sure. For sure. Come on, give us the big fish. Give us the big fish, baby. Reel that sucker in. Had to pay a hell of a lot of money to do it. But for the second year in a row, we get the big fish free agent. After years of missing out on the big fishes, the Paul Skeens of the world, we get 5-time, 5 years running, the AL Cy Young Award winner, Ken Copeland, for the next 5 years. We are paying him an arm and a leg, but he's here as Eric Goodson goes to Kansas City for the year. But we get in Ken Copeland, which is... hopefully he will be everything that Roki Sasaki was not. But Dwight Simons, Ken Copeland, this team is ridiculous. Wheels, it's up there. It is up there. I think it is top 5. Is it number 1? That I don't know. Can't wait to see him shit the bed in the playoffs. Hey. Stop it. Stop it. Max Clark traded to Toronto from Detroit for Spencer Strider and Tommy Troy. I mean, they literally just got Spencer Strider last year. High from the ER. Well, Vans, I hope you're okay. But judging the fact that you're in the ER, I'm going to guess you're not. But I hope you are. But I'm guessing that you're not. But I hope that you are. Let's see. So we do not have the money to sign Quisenberry anymore. Kim, no thanks. What about third baseman Sam? Sampson's still there. Sampson is still there. Put him in corner outfield. Move Simons over. Put Holiday back in the infield. Good work. Let's go talk to Murray Sampson for a little bit. I'm waiting to get a bed. Canadian healthcare is great. Well, hey, think of it this way. At least you haven't, at least you will still have a home to go home to, as opposed to having to sell your house and ending up being homeless just to pay for the hospital or the ambulance trip, you know? Also, in fairness, waiting for beds happens here too, I promise you. And a lot more often. At least they gave me meds. So see, one of my older sisters 3 weeks ago ended up at the ER, and they didn't give her anything. Couldn't give her a bed for about 4 hours? 4 or 5 hours? So at least you got meds. Appreciate that Canadian healthcare system, buddy. Appreciate it. Is it perfect? No. Can it be worse? I assure you it can be worse. You're going to ride that budget? I mean, what choice do we have, though, right? But, all right, yeah, let's see if we can inquire about Sampson at all. Henry Marcello, former second baseman of ours, who we decided to cash out on, which was the right choice. Have a spinal infection from playing golf. Spinal infection from playing golf. A spinal infection? Like, did you impale yourself on the tee? A spinal infection from playing golf. Okay. The Rendon of golfing. Spinal infection from playing golf wasn't on my bingo card of hearing things tonight, right? Drew Gilbert on his way to Texas. Chase Dollander on his way to the Gigantes. All right, let's see. Do we have anything else to worry about? Just got back from the store. What happened to Ken Copeland? We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yeah, we're still fighting for Sampson, too. Can we hear the story? Like, if they want to share the story, they can share the story, but don't push them. Taj Bradley on his way to Miami. Taj Mahal. Luther Fagan traded to the Rays. Okay. Okay. Did you finish under par? That's the important question right there. Kyle Harrison goes to the Cubs. I still don't know how the Cubs can afford anything. Kate Povich got dealt. All right, let's see. So Murray Sampson. You would hope so, Swag. I swung too hard and pulled my back. I woke up unable to move my body in the middle of the night. Went to the ER. Body got inflamed. Caused my body to go into shock. Causing an infection. Jesus Christ. Remember earlier when I said I hope you're okay like 6 times? Holy fuck. Threw my back out from swinging too hard. Woke up in the middle of the night. Unable to move. Jesus. Next time I pull a muscle, I'm going to have a panic attack. To take golfing off the list of things to do this summer. Well, in case you were all thinking of golfing this summer, maybe don't. I did not finish under par. Damn.
I'm just trying to walk through.
Damn. Shout out to E-Bone. What a name. Probably just prefer to go by Bone, I would imagine. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. An insane story. Maybe next time. Try not to do the Happy Gilmore. That's 150K in America. Oh, dude. Dude, that happens to you in the States? Oh, my God. Like, there's that extra, I'm sorry, but there is that extra level of panic if that happens to you in the States. Holy shit. Whew. That would be a time. That would be a time. I think at that point, you might as well just say euthanize me. I can't pay this back. But also, we don't support, medical euthanasia in this country either. So there's that. So not only will they not put you out of your misery, it's like, well, I threw my back out playing golf, straight to jail. You can't pay the cost. The insurance won't cover it. Straight to jail. Oh, don't walk out your front doorstep. I rolled my foot and broke a bone. Age is catching up. I mean, I hear you on that. The amount of times I've woken up and being like, cool, I pulled a back muscle in my sleep. It's fucking awesome. It's great. Don't they ship you? Oh, yeah, that's fair, actually. Straight to jail in El Salvador. Unless you're white. USA. Fucking Christ. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. All right, let's see. Samson, 3-4 year deal. Boy, we are right up against it. We are right up against it financially, aren't we? Ooh, a buddy of mine became a paraplegic by biting his tongue. How are we alive? Do you ever consider that? Like, I know, like, it can cause an existential crisis. And, I will say, if you're someone of that mindset, hey, this is just comedy, right? I'm not talking too seriously. But seriously, though, how are we alive as a species? We're so fucking fragile. It's ridiculous. I believe Wheels when he says it, too. I have no reason to not believe him. But, like, seriously, how are we alive? As a species, how are we alive? We are... Not only are we fragile physically, but let's be honest, we're all fragile fucks on the inside, too. Especially those who claim to be alpha males. You need to start a medical stories YouTube from tonight's stream. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. God damn it. And then there's people who survive jumping from airplanes without parachutes sometimes, right? Like the shit some people survive and the shit that takes down other people. It is just pure fluke. Has the government started revoking dual citizenships yet? No, but that might be next, because, I mean, birthright citizenship? Fuck you, get out of here. That's up next. So, one time I stubbed my toe on a nightstand, hurt like no tomorrow. Dude. One of the top 5 most painful things I've ever experienced in my life was slamming the center, like dead center of my kneecap on the bed frame. On the point of the bed frame, I thought I split my kneecap in half. Holy shit. It's the little things like that are just the worst. Speaking of just the worst, Pirates moved up 11 spots. Jesus. Contract decision. Murray, let's see if you sign and bankrupt me, buddy. Let's see if you manage to bankrupt me. Yep. All right. Murray Sampson's here as well. We knew there would be some roster turnover. We brought in a couple of new players. And indeed, there will be some roster turnover this upcoming season. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful.
But here comes a pizza. See it?
We did lose somebody there. Free fall in the 54 months. Thank you very much for that. Jason Thurston wasn't ours. I think Dave Blanton was. I don't know. We'll find them. Goodness. Yeah, it's kind of my point, right? Like, we're just, somehow we are so freaking fragile as human beings that it's like, how do we survive this? And then, like, the slightest thing causes irreparable damage. My wife told me I'm not allowed to play golf anymore and to find a new hobby. Any ideas? Wrong answers only. I mean, I get the idea of, like, no more golf ever after an injury like that. I think you do numbers in rock climbing. Oh, shit. I think you could still get away with it. I think you could still get away with playing some golf. Like, the fact is, as we were talking about, man, you can suffer a fluke injury through anything. So you still got to go out and do whatever whatever you enjoy, as long as you're not hurting anybody. Like, you do you, you know? It's always my attitude. Just tell you're going to pick up axe throwing. It's kind of the idea of like, all right, we need you to pick up a hobby that's not like intensive on your back muscles. It's like, Wii golf, even Wii golf would be too much. Unless you literally just like sit there and only like flick your wrist, you know? That would be a rough one. Oh, God. All right. What is the financial situation of this team? Well, we got $3 million available. That's not bad. I am spending so much money to try and look at, dude, we have a core of 6 90-plus overall players. If we do not win the World Series this year, I'm probably done with the Cardinals, man. Like, we need to win this. For the love of God, we need to win this year.